In this week's currency update, the focus in global financial markets very much remains on last week's shock Brexit outcome, the leadership challenge within the UK Conservative Party, and the potential hit to the UK economy. Now, the shock decision by the anointed Brexit leader, Boris Johnson, not to stand for the leadership challenge within the Conservative Party drew sharp criticism, suggesting infighting will continue through the summer. And Bank of England Governor Mark Carney clearly indicated that some monetary policy stimulus may be seen either July or August. And that sent the pound lower, having stabilised round about 134 to 135. Last night we saw a low of 132.06. The pound remains close to 35-year lows. Now, without an obvious trigger for Brexit until September at the earliest, it's likely that the focus in financial markets will start to shift to other factors. This weekend, we have a federal election in Australia, and polls are too close to call. Tuesday next week sees an RBA meeting. Given Brexit and increased risks to global growth, we'll be watching guidance very closely, but Westpac expects no change on monetary policy next week. But following a likely weak Q2 CPI outcome at the end of this month, Westpac is still forecasting a rate cut in August. Now, next week also brings the important US non-farm payroll survey. As ever, this is a key update for financial markets, and we are expecting better news out of the US economy, currently forecasts at 180,000 rise versus a very disappointing 38,000 rise in May. It is unlikely, though, that a positive outcome will change Fed money market pricing, which currently still has a low probability of rate cuts through the end of this year. And with Brexit risks likely to dominate in September and US presidential election risks in November, money markets don't expect the Fed to touch rates until 2018 at the earliest. Now, the Aussie dollar has held up well in foreign exchange markets, probably better than most might have expected, given Brexit and global risks. Iron ore has been a factor, trading above $55 last night, and copper the same, above 4,800. In Sydney trading yesterday, the Australian dollar hit a high of 74.73. But we don't expect this trend to last for too much longer. The election, the RBA, will be focal points next week, and I tend to expect the Australian dollar to start showing signs of fading ahead of 75 cents. These are all factors we can talk about in next week's currency update.